Hi folks, this is your old pal, Uncle Al. There we go. Get better. Okay. Normally I have a cup of coffee, but I puked it all up on my shirt. Now I'm wearing Vineyard Chick shirt. Now get this through your little heads, folks. Uncle Al is not a prepper. Uncle Al is an old school survivalist. All right? Too many high-tech, big name, God, I don't know why, prepper channels are quoting this, and everybody else who watches their channel are copying them. Quit that! All right? Uncle Alan's reading the riot to you on urban water myths. All right? I am getting sick and tired of this. Already we had to close the Merced River because we had a bunch of bonehead peoples that don't understand how to find water or procure it. Damn. Here it is. Okay. See these, folks? If your water source is running, it looks clean, get one of these things. It's not a problem. But if your water source looks dirty and brown and green, don't do it. We had to close a section of Merced River near Yosemite because we found 2 more dead hikers out there. We come from the Bay Area or LA and we're enjoying the wonderful view out there. If the Merced River slows down, okay, to speeds it got, it turns blue-green. You do not want to drink the water blue-green. All right? Step 1. All right? Last week we found family of 3, baby, wife, husband, and they finally traced it. It was one of those stupid filters. These hikers, separate, 2 separate things, hiker and the dog died out there. Why? Because he got water, did the process filter, threw in tablets, boiled up coffee, gave water to his dog, and drank the first cup of coffee. And then 15 minutes later, he's dead with a half-empty cup of coffee. Okay? I have to yell this out, the Riot Act, because a lot of you guys don't understand how to procure water. And it gets worse in urban areas. Okay? Now, I know every water hole, drainage, and everything around here. A lot of people, I'll go out in the country and drink an irrigation ditch. And us country boys are looking at you like, you know what we do for the fields and orchards around here? And you're going to drink water from a what? This is water, folks. A lot of people don't understand. Oh, it's fresh and clear like the tap water. No, get your head out of your ass. Next to finding dead people in certain spots in Yosemite, Kings Canyon, and Sequoia National Park, we keep finding dead people in our agricultural areas because they can't tell the difference from a stock tank and a chemical tank. A chemical tank looks like a stock tank. Stock tank is for water. It'll have hazmat thing, water only. Chemical tanks we use on the farm and the ranch and the dairy for treating certain things. And it's full of pesticide, insecticide, fungicide, so you don't drink those. It looks like clean water. No! And a lot of you go, why can't we swim or drink the water out of that pond, Uncle Al? Because it's a drainage pond. After I wash my cows, all the water collects into that pond. From the collection tanks, I flush it out, retreat it, and then spray it on our fields because it's full of nitrogen and, you know, it's brown poopy water with a lot of other things in it. Okay for farming, not for people to drink in or swim in. Because I have to read the Riot Act. There's too many prepper channels out there keep saying, you know, if you use this magic filter right here, it'll take out all the toxins. No, it doesn't. All right, we keep finding dead people out here you know, we look at the filter and he like, yep, he drank from that water hole. And we could tell which one. Because a lot of us pack 5 gallons of water around here. We live in a seven arid area. It's a desert. Okay, they screwed it up back in the 1890s. Now we have to suffer for it. That's why I hate Bakersfield. Okay, first thing we're going to talk about is the. I hope you take notes because I'm going over inch by inch. There's 8 pieces to this, and I will yell at you during this video. Okay, first thing, I marked this off so you can see it. I do recommend get this book, and it's by Cody. Cody London. Okay, what does a lot of homeless people do? Okay, read that. You see that page? You read it. And a lot of us who lives out in the outdoors think you're a screw loose or you're a nut. All right? You go to the lake and take a dump or pee in it. They don't tell you that in these prepper channels. A lot of surface water in the urban centers are like that. If you have a large homeless population, bird population, okay, expect feces and other disease material in it. Now, how does Uncle Al know? Because I spent a year being homeless, living in a van down by the river with a stripper. And that's another story I'll tell you. Okay, first thing, take my bookmark out. This is the other book by Cody London. You could boil water to a certain point. This will get rid of certain toxins, lead, cigarette butts, dead fish, dead animal, salt, dead bug. Okay? It does not get rid of certain toxins. Okay? And you're drinking distilled water. Why I'm so mad about this? Because people say, we're going to the first one. Swimming pools! There's hundreds and hundreds of swimming pools. #1 SHTF killer. Okay? Well, I could drink the swimming pool by using this magic filter. And I'm kind of looking at them like, where's your stuff? Drink it for a week, and you'll be begging me to put a bullet through your head after you have renal failure. And they're looking at me, why? It does not remove cyanide, plant-borne toxins. It does not remove arsenic. I don't care if you have $1 million, well, those filters will, but over-the-counter filters to take out those amounts. Swimming pool are a concentrated mess of chemicals. We cannot dump it on lawn or agricultural property because Uncle Ang used to work as pool maintenance for 2 years. We have to dump it in the sewer and we have to get a permit. If your pool guy, oh, you just throw it on the lawn, it'll be fine. Get another pool guy. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. The water is safe to drink after a week. The chlorine, get rid of him. He's a moron. Okay? There's a lot of things in pool water, including glycerol. You can't boil that out, and sometimes it'll evaporate because it has a higher boiling temperature, lower boiling temperature, same as steam, about 200 degrees, but it can evaporate. And when you're boiling the water, you have glycerols, you could have arsenic, you could have cyanide, you could have certain other chemicals into the distilled water. So I tell a lot of people, don't believe the myth of swimming pools. #1 SHT killer. So if you see somebody drinking pool water, smile, make friends with them, size up the people. Within 1 week, they'll be dead and you could steal their supplies because dead people dying from renal failure and also vomiting blood and a few other things and cramping up, begging you to shoot them or knife them or strangle them put out their misery because they'll be hunched over within 2 days, depending how the strength of the water is and what they do to it. I've seen people, I could boil it all out. No, you can't, you idiot. All you're doing is concentrating all the pool chemicals into a soup. All right? Again, with some of these hikers, I'll make coffee out of it after I filter it and boil it away. No, you're concentrating blue algae toxin. So instead of having 10%, you have now over 100% of blue algae toxin. Okay? I am reading you the Riot Act. So you might have a fancy channel, big name, have all these things on it. Baloney. Uncle Alan is an old survivor. And a lot of you prepper channels are just copying each other, copying the wrong information, and telling people, you can drink out of the toilet with my special filter. And voila. That's another urban myth. Drinking out of the toilet. Okay, you have a water flush tank. If it doesn't have a toilet cleaner in, and you clean it really good, yes, you could get a few gallons of water out of the tank. But do not drink out of the toilet bowl. Do not drink the water if it has a toilet bowl cleaner in it. They don't tell you this. All right, I hate these big name prepping. You know, you can drink water out of that. Go do it. Let's see your big name prepping channel drink out of the toilet. So far, I got rid of 5 stinking prepper channels because they were ending up in the ER. And with the way it's waiting, you're going to be on call because of the red dragon. So don't do something stupid like that. Number 2, big SHTF killer. Public ponds or fish ponds. Okay, the public pond could be a duck pond. The fish pond. Now, if you have a large encampment of homeless, what do they do to these ponds? Well, I'll just pee in the water, I'll take a poo, wash my butt off, and I'm fine. Do you know near Venice Beach, there's a huge, beautiful pond. It's a reflecting pond. They had to drain it last week and scrape off 2 feet of goo. It's a 5-foot pool. And guess what the remains of that goo is? You could have seen the bottom of the pool. You can't now because it's blue, green, or brown in some spots. And they said it's full of human waste from the homeless population. So get that through your little heads. But Uncle Al, you know there's plenty of water in the urban areas. And I look at him, go show me. Oh, there's this big rain catchment out there. No, you idiot, it's not for catchment. It's a storm drainage system to catch the surface water off the roads. So you get all that oil and ground up tires and lead exhaust and whatever's on the road flushing down on the first drain into this storm catchment. It's not a water catchment. I keep telling this to people. And they're looking at me, so I can't drink the water? I'm tempted to just point a Glock 21 at them, drink, and watch them vomit. Okay, folks? Do not drink out of drainage ditches or storm catchment. It's like, seriously, folks, you watch every stinking prepper channel. You don't watch old Uncle Al, a real old survivalist, old survivalist that survived 40 years. I know better. Okay. Number 2, but it's actually number 4, golf courses. Okay, let me find it if I got it marked. Okay. What's at the golf course with their little ponds? Do you see something there? Yes, it's a human skull. What does golf courses have? They have greens. What do they fertilize the greens with? With chemicals and yard sprays and lawn sprays and lawn fungicide. So if you don't see fish in these ponds, and if you don't see ducks in these ponds, I would not drink that water. And sometimes they'll arsenic the water to make it blue. Okay? Road runoff. A lot of people don't understand that. So, are you going to get it from the road? Hell no. You get it at a faucet or the hose that water has. You get it from a water fountain. Easy. A water section to a house or public building. Schools, churches, not a problem. Do I want to really drink water from a public pond? Okay, that's a sticking point with me. It could be contaminated. It could be treated so it looks nice. I wouldn't trust this. So we go hidey ho, and we pass a road, go on the bridge, and there's a creek or river nearby. But you see they have a road there. Would I get water from there? Hell no. Okay, and then you make a gas station. Okay, they have water. You just got to know where to find it. And finally, you want to get there. Okay, a lake, a big body of water, a big river. Yes. Okay, another thing, if you're on agricultural property, you see that? Moo cow. Okay, you have to be careful, folks. Why I'm reading you the Riot Act? Because, God, I have to put that marker back because I have to do this over again. Do you know how many times I've been doing this video in the last 3 years? This makes it the 20th time. Okay? Because every year we find either somebody drowned in one of them or they poison themselves because they drank out of irrigation ditch. Well, it's got sloping, smooth sides of concrete. I'll just walk down there and get a drink of water. Next thing, they fall in directly in the water, get washed away, end up in the catch. And we say, yeah, we have another dead Hispanic American or dead Hispanic in the grates again. I swear. This is why I hate people out in the country or in the city near the country. You urban people are so stupid. Okay? Again, golf courses, stay away from them. Seeps or surface ponds. Now, seeps is water that's bubbling throughout the ground. If you have an artesian spring, it's a forced under pressure water. It goes. There's only 2 places I know in the greater LA area. Malibu County is one near the beach. That's only one source for whole Malibu. Second one is someplace where Steve, of course, their trainer lives. I know that area has an artesian spring. I just can't remember where. Okay? Surface ponds. We're talking about LG. Water is naturally collected by the rains and form into ponds. They're called vitriol ponds. I would not drink out of it. But I have cows, and there's frogs and green things growing on top of it. I think I could boil it and filter it, and I could drink it. Okay, LG, go ahead. We'll dig a nice grave for you and wait a week. Okay? You have to remember vitriol ponds are dangerous. You have to know what goes into it. You cannot filter or boil nitrates out. This is why you yell at people, because they're looking at, won't that kill the bacteria and the other things, Uncle Al? Yes, but it doesn't get rid of the toxin, and you just concentrated the toxin and the nitrates in the soil of the water into a lethal mix, and the filters cannot take that out. And they're like, huh? Go get yourself a filter and drink that water. Okay? Within a week, you'll be dead. God, stupid people. You know, these are part of the urban water myths. Okay? Seeps I have a seep and also have a drainage uh, storm catchment basin where the seep goes in there, or the little spot now bigger. When it rains, we get seeps. What does Uncle Alan near lives by? I have a graveyard. The water in that seep has formaldehyde and other pickling solutions for dead people. That's why Uncle Alan's getting cremated. Okay? So you got seeps. You have to understand what they're talking about on seeps, so be careful. I know 3 seeps up in the foothills. One's a mining seep. It has beautiful blue water coming out of it, except for one thing. It's too blue. That means it's copper in it. If it's really green, that means a lot of arsenic and copper in it. If it's too blue, it's either copper and cyanide in it. Okay, that's also another ingredient, how you keep your pool nice and blue. Okay, so know your seeps and know where your water comes from. If it's not rushing at 30 miles an hour, battling down a stream, don't drink it. Most people look at a surface. I could drink the surface pond. There's a dead sheep. The water is brown and green, has chunks in it. And you're going to take your magic water filter and drink out of it. Okay, I'm reading the Riot Act. Irrigation ditches. We talked about that a little before. Be careful. You will drown to death. And ditches. I keep finding dead people, and I live in town. We have irrigation ditches throughout the town. And usually we find either a homeless person or old person going, I think I just washed my hands. And next thing you hear thunk, and you see their walker or wheelchair floating away in the ditches. Okay? Some of these ditches, I wouldn't trust the water. Well, it has frogs and fishes. Yeah, but I wouldn't eat the frogs and fishes in those. Look how many cattails in it. That means the water is fresh. No, it means the water's toxic, you idiot. Cattails is a natural, picks up all the toxins in the water. It maintains the water's purity. So, if you have a whole bunch of cattails, that means there's a whole bunch of toxins in that water. And then you eat the cattail and like, I don't feel so good. Where did you get these cattails from? From a lake? No, from that irrigation ditch, Uncle. Trip to the ER. I mean, I swear. Okay? Stock tanks and ponds. Stock tanks, make sure it has the hazmat letter label, a little sign. You see it on big trucks. Hazmat sign. Little weird triangle. It'll say what's inside the tank. Most ranches, okay, and farms have these tanks. They are not water tanks. Water tanks or stock tanks has a label on it. It says livestock water tank. Do not contaminate in both English and Spanish. Because I had one year some idiot was trying to wash himself with one of my stock tanks full of chemicals that are used for the cows, and another one, idiot, on the ranch where we have trees, I use that for fertilization. Okay? For the trees. And also a good fungicide too sometimes. But people don't understand. So I have to put these signs everywhere. And I have to double check. This is why Uncle has no time and he's pissed off hell all the time. Okay? So understand where's your stock tanks and how they're labeled. I could get water from there. No. Ponds. If you see a pond on a farm, it's a pleasant pond. We could drink the water there. No, you idiot. It's a retaining pond for all the waste from my collective tanks after washing down the cows. So we can't drink the water? No, it's full of chemicals and cow shit. All right? You have these people like, is natural? Unicorn preppers. Okay, I haven't used that term for over 2 years because I thought people got smarter. They haven't. So be careful when you get to a pond. If you see cows milling around, you could probably drink the water. if they drink it. If you don't see them drink the water and it's fenced off, don't go near it. Don't bathe in it. Don't drink it. Okay, a lot of urban centers like LA, San Diego, and also Bay Area, use reclaimed water. Okay, look at that, all that, folks. Think it through your head, because I know I have to repeat this another 47 times. Okay, reclaimed water is sewage. After you go to the bathroom, it goes to the sewers and it goes to a reclaim center. They'll have half the sewage and solids separated, and they'll put it back after they treat it with a few chemicals out to use as landscaping water. Do not drink this water. Everybody says, but it's been treated. Well, all they did was remove the waste, the solids. They did not remove anything else in the water. Could be chemicals, could be toxin. A lot of people flush their medication. Do not do that down the toilet because it ends up in our water system. So if you're growing tits, that's your fault. All right? Get it through your head. I'm being blunt, angry, and mean because I'm tired of you, all you big name preppers selling your fancy water filter. I know how to make a homemade filter. This will filter out the reclaimed water, Uncle Al. Good, drink it. I don't feel good, Uncle Al. It's only been 2 days and I have to go to the hospital. I can't pee anymore. It's like, didn't I tell you not to drink that? But I drank dumpster water, or I drank reclaimed water, or I drank this thing came out of urban area. There's very few spots in urban areas that you get fresh water. There's a lot places where you get toxic water. Okay, there's a big difference. That's why I have the 4, you've seen in my other videos, the number 4 type wrench with the different, I could get water from any building because I know what I'm looking for. You don't. Okay, so put that in your head and think very careful. Okay, I know I'm going to make this video again 47 times. So I'll catch you later, folks. Do your own research carefully. Do not trust all videos from preppers, survivalists, gung-ho Rambo types, Batman in the Boondocks. Okay? Make sure your water's safe and clean. Keep telling people this, but they never listen. Then I see Hubble's cat drinking out a creek next to a golf course. I'm like, Lord. Okay, folks. I'll catch you later. See you later, folks. And remember, check out the vineyard chicks. Later.